Raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the testimony you will give, so help you God?
I do. Hey, yo, what's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Rahzel, and I'm here with my boy
Roman Christopher.
I'm also here with my boy.
Yiko.
And you already know what it is, yo. This is 860's Blunt Truth, where we tell nothing but the truth, the whole truth, and only the truth. Let's get it. Yo, mama, that going, papa, that wrong. That nigga right there was a deadbeat. That shit right there made me headstrong. Big her brother be bugging. He come with a bunch of drama.
All right. My bad. I'm here, y'all. I'm here. So what's good? We got a lot to talk about today, don't we?
A whole lot.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's a couple good topics here and there, and a lot of this stuff I know pertains to everybody in the US and probably around the world. So I really want to get into a lot of it. But I wanted to shout out to Rahzel, especially because his birthday just passed. So,
Thank you very much, sir.
yes, sir.
Yes,
Keep the partying going.
Yes, sir. In case y'all didn't know,
That's right.
he's 55 years young now.
Already know.
We get younger over here. We don't get older.
That's it. And I want to give a special shout outs to DJ Aries. He's doing his thing on episode 4 with his podcast.
Facts.
So check him out.
Every Monday at 5 in the morning, you can go on his YouTube page.
That's right. He got a link.
He also got every other platform as well, right?
He got a bunch of he got so many. I'm overwhelming, but I'll tell you what,
Facts.
he's out there. So
That's facts.
he's got a very interesting show for those of y'all who like to get into, fighting or whatever else. I know Roman Christopher here, he's gonna be doing his own version of the show too. So I love to see him and DJ Aries going head to head on some topics, because I'll tell you what, when they disagree on certain things, they disagree. and they disagree hard. So it's fun to watch.
shit.
So I hope that at some point in time you guys collaborate. I think that'd be really entertaining to watch.
Now we definitely going to. We already talked about it. It's gonna be in the works.
Oh, nice.
But,
Look at that.
How y'all feel? You guys out? You guys ready to go? You got the link shared?
Yes, I shared it on my end. Everything's ready to go.
I'm out here sharing. I'm
All
out here
right.
sharing and scaring.
So
We
we
got
officially
the
starting the
live on.
show, y'all, in 3, 2, 1.
Yo,
Welcome
yo.
back.
What it do?
Yes,
What up?
sir. Welcome
A60.
back to A60 Blunt Truth. Episode 31, man. Episode 30 didn't drop last night. It's gonna drop tonight for sure. So stay tuned to that if y'all missed episode 30. We on 31, man. We got the ball rolling.
And we apologize for not going live on Facebook last week. We went live on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah.
No.
We got to try something different, man. Switch it up, change the audience a little bit. But we back, man.
Not necessarily change,
Yes, sir.
but add
Expand.
on beautiful audience that we already have.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Expand on it. That's facts. That's a
Yes,
better
sir.
word. Add on to it for sure.
Right. So in the meantime, we're playing with different areas. We didn't announce to anybody we're gonna be doing Instagram, so we apologize for that. That's definitely on us. We should have at least let y'all know what the plan was. So the next time we decide to use a different platform, we'll inform you ahead of time when we'll be doing that. And we'd love for you to join us. Again, the objective is to just expand our horizons, make sure that we touch every platform and see where people are listening and picking up. So if you rock with us and you follow us, then we appreciate that.
For sure. And with that being said, though, shout out to the Instagram followers too. They were cool. They weren't like you guys though.
Nah.
They weren't like you guys.
No one's like you guys.
Yeah, for real.
That's right. You guys are the original OGs.
That's
Been
facts.
rocking with us since the beginning.
We appreciate y'all. And so yeah, we're gonna get this thing started. I'm your moderator / instigator, Roman Christopher. This is Yiko with the merch. That is Rahzel with the Truth Serum, aka Broquito. And speaking of merch, yeah, we might have something going on with a new clothing line. But today itself though, me and Yiko actually had an idea. We wanted to surprise Rahzel for his birthday, so we got him a little something.
That's right.
Oh, word?
We got you a little something. We hope you appreciate it. Because I tell you what, it's from the heart. I'll put it to you like that.
Word? And it comes to the
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, you know what's crazy, bro?
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
I was
That was
trying
a gift
so
I got for
hard.
winning the Spartan thing.
The fucked up part is I was trying so hard this whole time that we were
I
together
know.
to not say nothing about it, right?
Yeah.
And then when the show started and we supposed to bring it up, I completely fucking
Yep,
forgot
yep.
about it.
Well, you actually reminded me of it when you said about the birthday. So I'm like, yeah, oh yeah. Speaking of birthdays, yes, please.
Oh yeah.
Please.
You got some merch here, guys. You got some merch here. What? Nigga. The agenda shirt.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to Red Tims.
Yep. We specifically folded it that way so you ain't see the agenda right away.
I'm rocking this shit. I'm rocking this shit immediately. You heard?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh, they
sir.
got me a few things, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, a pair of jogging pants to go with the motherfucking Red Tims. Get the fuck out. Nigga, it's a suit. It's a goddamn suit, nigga. It's an agenda suit. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fire. The agenda, nigga. Y'all know that's my show I'm coming out with.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a celebration to you, man. Because honestly, you encouraged me to get my first episode going, and I'm still working on my second one. But I'm taking my time and doing my research. I want to make sure I'm giving good information. So,
Willie got me a fucking hoodie too. Nigga, the agenda. Yo, can y'all see this, man?
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Y'all see this, yo?
Yes, sir.
Yo, peep this shit. This shit is fire. Yo.
That's what we doing over here.
Yeah.
Rocking out the first day. Y'all see me. Well, episode number 3. I promise you I'm wearing this.
Yeah. That's what's up,
Oh
bro.
my god. And we got some
We had to top it off with that. We had to.
sour top juice. Sour sop.
Yo, I know
had to sash that on the
this may
bottom.
not be a politically correct name to say right now, but why he sounded like Bill Cosby when he did that.
Oh shit.
He gave me some sour sop.
Yeah, I
got
told
the
him I was gonna
sour
get him some this weekend. So I was like, you know what? Let me just stash this under the outfit.
Yo,
Yo, I'm glad.
Nah, bro, it's the least we
man.
can do, man.
It was the least exactly. So the words out my mouth, the least we could do for all you've done for us at A60, yo, we appreciate everything.
Hell yeah, happy birthday, man. Happy belated.
Yeah, bro.
Hell yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you. We had so our original idea of the color scheme was way better, but we couldn't we couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
The right, but good material as well. Because we found some color schemes that went down, but the material wasn't that good. So it's like, nah.
And can I
we
tell
can't
you
do
that when time is of the essence, right? When you're on that pressure, you get creative as fuck.
Oh
real
yeah.
fast.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you
Yako
what.
did his thing with them letters, man. Yo, that thing came out crazy.
This suit is fire. It's orange.
Yes,
You guys
sir.
know, may look red on the screen, but orange is my favorite color.
Yes, sir.
And my daughter gave me a hat for my birthday. I play in a pool league, and it has a shark on it because my name is the Megalodon. When I'm playing pool, right? And the shark has a orange sun behind it. I said, it looks so fire with
Yeah.
that outfit, bro.
Yo, that's
That
facts.
looks so fire with that outfit on, bro. Niggas gonna be like, what's the agenda? I'm
Yeah.
like, nigga, watch me and find out.
Word.
Yes, sir. No, that's
Word.
dope, bro. That's dope, bro. I think that's too much, man.
I'm glad you
Hell
like
yeah.
it, man.
Appreciate you.
I'm gonna rock the shit out the show, yo. Again, I might wear 2 or 3 shows. First 3 shows, you might
Word.
see them. Yeah, I might flip it. Jogging pants with a different shirt, hoodie with a pair of jeans, shirt with a pair of pants. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's dope. We glad you like it, man. For
That's
real.
awesome, bro. Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah, no
I mean,
problem,
that's
man.
a
That's
whole
dope.
fucking outfit, nigga. Who on live right now?
Princess Autumn said, she got the birthday, the little, how you call that, the little blow thing that you
Yeah,
the little emojis, and then she put fire. So
right.
shout out,
Autumn,
shout out.
fire, right? Yes. And thank you for watching, baby girl. I appreciate it. Love you. All right. Let's go on. Let's get on.
Let's get it
What we doing?
going.
What we
Let's
doing?
get it
What we
going.
doing?
So today, for Truth Hurts, we are going to be talking about the latest plane crash that happened in Alaska. And then we're gonna get into the riddle of the day, which
Shit, I ain't got
yeah.
nothing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Listen,
Caught
man.
y'all sleeping.
Oh my
Some of that
God!
sour sop
Look,
might have kicked in and helped
this
y'all
riddle
out,
of the
but you
day
know,
thing,
we on the
man.
Broquito instead
Damn.
first. No, but we got the
Facts.
riddle of the day. We're gonna definitely need one of those. I know I got the answer for the last one, I believe. Believe that's on me. And then we have right. Is that one's on me, right? The last
Yeah,
one?
the last one I think it was on you.
Where? So I think I remember that.
Listen, we smoke a lot, so if we
I
don't
know.
remember,
Be on this.
yeah, he
Facts.
be on the Broquito.
But
He
yeah.
do both. I don't know how he do it. He do both. I only smoke. He only drink.
I'll be on it. I'll be on it.
Then again, I definitely be catching the contact because if y'all can't see it on the screen because it look clear, but no, this motherfucker ain't clear. This should be foggy as hell.
Oh yeah,
This should be crazy.
you got to cut through the air.
Right. So then we'll be getting into Truth Shall Set You Free after that. And then we'll be getting into Truth Be Told, which is a crazy story about a 3-year-old. And we will get into that. We got opinions on that. But first, Truth Hurts. We're going to talk about this plane crash that happened in Alaska. They said it was due to a winter storm. They lost communication and they slowly went down and they found 10 dead. And I believe they said they saved 8 lives, if I'm not mistaken. But I can look up more research on that as you guys give me your opinions on that. And what's going on with all these plane crashes? Like, what's going on? This is crazy.
Yeah, you took the question right out of my mouth.
Yeah. So,
But
Well, you know what I think? I think that for one, it's not just a coincidence because, like I said before, air travel is supposed to be the safest way to get from point A to point B. Here we have not just one plane, like what, 4 or 5 in the last week? Something
Yeah.
like that. That's crazy.
yeah,
And if you think about it, I don't know how many of y'all watched the movie Left Behind or what was it? What was the movie they made? What was that movie? It was Left Behind. What was
Black
the name of
Hawk
that movie?
Down. Black Hawk Down.
No, the movie that
I caught down was crazy too.
Barack
But
Obama and Michelle have produced. The last movie that's made, man.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah.
In
I
the
have no.
world, you see that?
No.
nah, I'm gonna have to look that up.
The world. Yo, listen. In the movie, they show all these planes falling from the sky.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I mean, is it a coincidence? Is it something that's being done man-made? Or is it biblical? I mean, what are y'all thoughts?
Y'all heard him? Comment. Let us know. We want to hear from y'all too, especially on live. We got comments in here. We got Frederico. Plane crashes everywhere, smoking down, bullshit, new technology. Yeah, you right about that. Jumping back in when I get to the crib. Heard that. We'll wait for you.
Yeah,
Uh,
shout out everybody in the live too.
that's right. Shout out to Zapper Dapper. He says, I'm not flying anywhere. It's definitely a lack of communication on towers. All of a sudden, crashes everywhere. Yo, facts. They were talking about that. They said that, and that's something that Donald Trump had brought up in one of his, addresses that he gave to the U.S. citizens was that he's going to implement people who are more intelligent in the towers directing the traffic. Now, I'm not. You could call me conspiracy theories if you want to, but when you start getting to a point where you're placing your people in strategic areas, that says a lot. If the people that were doing this job were so incompetent, and they would have been incompetent, 10 years ago. Like these plane crashes just started happening out of nowhere, and now they're saying it's weather related. Before that, it was a chopper. It got too close to another plane. Causing an accident. Like these are things that they're supposed to be trained for, and it can only to me it can only be one of three things. One, this is all being strategically done to, like I said, place people in strategic places within the US
Mhm.
to fortify yourself and your position. Two, we're at war and they're doing everything they can to try to hide it from us. Or three, niggas just are dumb as fuck and don't know how to do their job.
Yeah.
And there you have it.
Do you think it's a lack of communication though, or do you think it's just them not caring? They doing this shit on purpose.
Oh no, listen. If this isn't biblical, right? Meaning nature, natural causes. If this isn't that, then they definitely know what's going on and is in full control of every single thing that has happened and responsible for all those innocent lives.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I think they communicating very well, just not to us.
Oh yeah.
They like lack of communication. Weird. We
Yeah,
know what's going
we
on.
know. We
Yeah,
all know.
it's like that. Like that whole system. The saying where people be like, "Yo, the system don't work." They like, for who? That shit
Right.
worked for us perfectly fine. The way we
Right.
designed that shit.
There's some people that will completely disagree with you and say the system is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Others will say that they're suffering throughout. The reality is it's all planned to be that way. Everything is meant to be the way that it is to keep people at each other's throats. As long as you're fighting amongst yourselves, you don't see the cage you're in.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reality. I mean, all right, let me put you on to some like will thinking for a minute here because this is some willing stuff, right? So
Real quick, bro, before you go, don't forget that thought. But he said they dumb as fuck. Personally said, and then Marilyn Lopez, shout out to her for joining. She said we are at war. Trust me, my son is in the Navy.
you see what I'm saying? We at war and they hiding it from us. I don't like that. I don't like that because he's addressing the people on a regular basis, talking about things that yes, they matter on a certain level. But yo, if we're at war, bro, which I know we're at war. I know we're at war.
But
And blessings to your son. We hope everything's all well with him and he's safe. You know
but
what I'm
hold
saying?
on though. I
And,
mean,
and
no,
yo, shout outs for being out there and doing what you're doing.
Sure.
But I hope that it's not a lost cause, and I hope that it's not a sacrifice that ain't worth making because that's going to be very tragic.
Right.
definitely shout out to your son and thank you for his service and all that. But the question is, who are we at war with?
Your question.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, honestly, the big war, the one that we all should be worried about, is that America is at war with America. And that's scary.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. She said thanks. No problem. I mean, thank him. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to do the right thing. Like we said, it's hopefully it's not for the for the wrong people. But at the end of the day, like the reality is what Rahzel said is true. Like we've been at war with ourselves for a long time internally, and now it's just getting worse. Who can we
Right.
trust if we can't trust our own government? You feel me? So at the end of the day,
Hey, Mr. Lopez. Mr. Lopez. Um, if your son might be curious or interested, we would love to maybe send a email. Email
have him join the show. That'd be dope.
and talk to us about what's really going on behind the curtains. I mean, don't say anything that's going to incriminate him or get him court martial.
Yeah.
But as much as he can tell the American people, I think we deserve to know. I think we deserve to know.
I agree. He definitely got to just choose his words wisely, be careful, and
But if he's down,
I think that'd be dope.
I'll go send him a a clip, an invite. And he can be on the show and tell us how he feels about things.
Facts.
I'll be fire. I'll definitely be fire. Zapper Dapper checked back in. He said, "Let's not forget what they sweep under the rug. They just tell us anything. Ceasefire that has nothing to do with us, but instead involve us for what fuck out involve us for what fuck out of here. We've been at war since the beginning of time." And then Marilyn Lopez said, "Right now he can't call nobody." All right, now that's understandable. That's understandable.
Yeah, but that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a thought, put it out there. I see
They took his phone.
I see Linda Hunter joined. I don't know if she's still watching, but she's joined in. So she is. What's up to Linda?
Mike Jack, shout out. He just tuned in. So Marilyn, one question real quick. You said they took his phone. Is that something they do all the time, or was that just like a recent thing that they just started doing?
It's got to be special
Okay.
ops because phones can be traced.
Say less. Say less. I can't
Yeah,
say
for sure.
much. My son is out here, out there. Say less.
Yeah,
But
facts.
now,
That's
but
facts.
I mean, for those who can read between the lines, like people show, why would they be taking their phones? Unless they really don't want to communicate back with their family what's really going on. So therefore, we as Americans can prep for what's about to hit us.
Right.
She just said they do that, so it's not like I don't think it's just something that just randomly started happening.
Okay, but I mean, at the same time,
Right.
war, they take their phones.
Yeah.
I look at the fucking worst scenario. I mean, I'm
Yo,
not.
You know what it could also
I
be
well,
too,
I
though.
look
Two
at it
sides of the
like
coin. It
this.
could be a distraction thing too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it could be because you don't want to have like that such a close attachment to your family when you're in the middle of doing something. But
Get
the
emotional and
reality
shit that you
is,
don't think
you're
straight.
at war. You don't need a phone. You need to be vigilant. Like if your phone rings, if it gives away your position, they could track it with GPS. So I could understand there's several reasons why they would want you to get rid of it, but at the same time, it also keeps you from recording or reporting anything that's going on. So, for example, like going to Rahzel's point about it being biblical, we've talked before about how the Bible is something that they were going to make happen. They've told us what their game plan is, and then they follow through in their own way, masquerading as something else. And the funny thing is, we watch it as a show, but we're actually living it. Like we're in it, but we're watching it like it's a show. It's like, yo, getting off our ass is the first step to do anything about it. But I put it to you like this, right? If the Antichrist was supposed to come and we were all going to love him because they were going to make us love him, then what does that say about our current intellectual state? Then they said that all control and power was going to reside within him and everybody's going to be marked by him. Look at what's happening right now. They say that the Garden of Eden is how do you say, surrounded. There's a barrier around it, right? The firmament and the guards that keep that in balance, right? So my and this goes back to the thought I was going to say before. A little peek into my mind is when I go wandering off thinking about hypotheticals here and there. It's like, what if we're just locked in a giant cage designed to look like a planet? It's a freaking habitat, and we're a self-sustaining species that yeah, a creation that they created for their either their entertainment or for whatever purposes they need us for, and then when they get tired of us they start over. Like, anything is possible, but the reality is no one ever ventures outside of what they know to find out. And they understand that fear is the biggest factor keeping anybody in place, right? Because they give you so much to lose, but we forget that none of the material matters in the long run. It really just doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, doing something about things that are wrong is what matters, but we'd rather play it safe and not lose what we got. But when you're on that final step, everything you got you ain't taking with you except the bonds that you make and the way you leave this world.
Yeah, I'm in scripture. We spoke a lot, and I forget. You said some shit about the Antichrist
Mm-hmm.
and our present electoral state. And for a while, I was thinking it was Elon Musk. Because he wanted to do the whole nano chips and all that shit. But then you got Donnie. Then again, Donnie's being controlled by Elon, so you really don't know who it is. But did you know? I'll get to this point. Did you know that Trump says he's about to take over Gaza?
He's gonna take over what?
Gaza.
Gaza.
Like,
Oh, so
who is
he's got his hand in trying to take over Gaza after all this fighting and warring they've been doing over there.
he saying that he can make Gaza a better place? They're gonna love him there. He's gonna transform Gaza. He also, because he this shit. Canada has been talking about just turning off America's energy. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yep.
Like we're about to cut these niggas off. But Trump was saying that he comes to find out that Canada gets like 2 point or 200 billion, a bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? And that pretty much supports Canada. So he's like, if we were to stop giving them that money, they would they would crash and burn.
Right.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
everybody always asks me, like, when I say that we need to leave there, like, if we want to break free from the system, we have to first break free of the cycle that they put us in. And then everybody's like, "Oh, you make it sound like it's like so easy to do." I'm not saying that it's easy to do. It's fucking impossible to do. At least they make you feel that way. But if you really believe in God, it says without a doubt, you let go of everything and you let God, right? So if you just decide to start walking one day and just walk, wherever you end up is where you were supposed to be.
I completely believe that statement is 100% correct. 100%.
That is a fucking shocker. I
Like,
thought you was gonna argue with me. I
like,
swear to God, I was
oh,
waiting for a
see?
classic session.
Yeah, never. Nope. I don't know me think like you think you do. See, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I believe that, and it's sad to say because some of us have really sad lives, but I believe that life itself and I said it before. I believe is all predetermined, and we have this life that we're already determined to live. We may have a few avenues to get along, say the journey of our life, but ultimately, all three paths lead us to the same place, to the same outcome, to the same circumstance. And with that being said, everything is determined. Like what's that shit called? Deja vu. That's why we all have deja vu. You gotta think about it like deja vu, and you're no psychic, you're no mystic, foreseer of life, but everybody has experienced deja vu. And what is deja vu? It's when you, in the future, you're doing something, you're someplace, you're talking to somebody, and whatever the case may be. And then later on, it happens and it hits you. Bang. I've been here. I did this. I said that. Now, that means, you think about it in the whole, that means that everybody, everything had to go according to plan for that person, that person, that person, that dog, and that fish to all be in the same room at the same time for you to remember that you've been here before and you're having deja vu. I
Yeah.
mean, everything, not just you had to walk one path, but he had to walk a certain path. He had to walk a certain path. She had to walk a certain path because you all had to meet up for that moment to work. So if we all had deja vu, that proves that everybody is walking a predetermined life.
Mm.
So Marilyn Lopez responded again. She said they're not making this public. The reason she knows is because he's out there a few months ago. His ship got bumped and nobody knew nothing about it. It wasn't on the news or nothing. Said they find out because he called and told them. That's how they found out. I guess.
Oh, well, be safe.
Yeah, I
So
hope.
the
Yeah,
ship
I hope
got
we
bumped.
safe.
Is that what that says?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it says. Ship got bumped or something. And we appreciate you sharing that with us.
sure.
For real, like that's really crazy. I would be, you know, I'm just
As a parent, that can't be easy.
right,
Right,
right.
right.
I don't know how else to say it. I apologize. Sometimes I get a little tongue tied. I don't do well with these types of situations, but I will say this: it upsets me to think that anybody has to be at war at any time. Especially since all claims in the good books state that this land has an abundance. And it's funny we was talking about this not too long ago. Like, remember when we was kids and you go outside, you could find like apple trees and like little berry trees and things of that nature all over the place. And now you don't see nothing like that anywhere.
Said you was going crazy, huh? Yeah, I would go crazy too. I have a daughter and a son. It's one of those had me going crazy.
Yep.
One of those had me going crazy. But yeah. So where we at now?
Well, I got one question for y'all. Going back to what you were talking about, Rahzel. When was the last time you guys had deja vu?
It's
So
been a
that's
while for me.
I had to think of who. Oh,
I was talking to somebody about this 2 nights ago about the that nobody's getting deja vus anymore. And it has a lot to do with not just spiritual stuff, but what's going on in the world as well that is interfering with us. So I was like, I remember getting deja vus recently. I can't remember exactly what they were, but
right, right.
yeah, he said he hasn't had one in a while. He
I
knows
can
many people that
remember
could have had any.
I can remember my last one, but
Was it more recent or was it like a while ago?
I can't remember. To be honest with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine was definitely a while ago, like
It was
a
a while ago,
while
but
ago.
not like years, but how about a few years though? You know what I'm saying? At least three. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm gonna be there when this happening.
I used to have them a lot,
Right.
like almost all the time, to the point where it felt like I was actually making a choice in the moment as to how I was going to handle the situation differently.
That movie was pretty cool though. They're pretty
Ha-
cool though.
But have you ever had
Hell
one
yeah.
that like so
It's
if
so familiar that I did this shit like 2 days ago.
right, I did this exact thing and this is how it turned out. So I think this time I need to choose option
Yeah.
B.
I've done that. I've done that in my
How
life.
Mhm.
fucking weird is that?
Cameo.
And you're gonna tell me that we don't live in an echo dimension? Like,
Weird happened in the dream, bro.
Okay, so if that's the case, right? That how doesn't that intertwine with a simulation?
yeah,
Us
but
living in a
but
simulation, like how in a video game you lose to a boss, you can come back and fight that boss again. This time
yes.
you don't learn how you got to do it.
But what we don't know is, and I was thinking about this recently. I said, what if every time we turn on that game and that character comes on, when that character dies, that character dies. Now when it restarts, it's in a different dimension and it's a different person, but it looks the same. You know what I mean? Like how do we know that that's not a real entity inside of that thing that felt that death and
Like
and we're
actual
just
life.
I'm drinking and smoking. That's a little too deep for me. Let me think about
I told you I was going to get deep.
how do you
Oh,
No,
know
did he?
the goddamn character inside of the game doesn't feel the death?
hmm.
Are you speaking for the character?
He's
I'm speaking on just what you just said.
trying to figure out.
Trying to figure that shit out. That's some.
That's
That's
deep.
some deep
Pause.
shit.
Yeah, that's
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Character in the game. The bullet when he hit him with it.
yeah.
right. And then he dies, and then you start the game over, and you think, oh yeah, the guy came back to life, but no, it's just a different. It's
Team
the same
deathmatch.
dude in a different dimension, and now you about to kill his ass,
Hardcore.
and then you about to kill the next one. That's why there's 20 million different dimensions, and every dimension somebody made a different choice, just slightly different.
We over here like, yo, I have 5 hit markers, and that nigga's like, damn, this nigga had 5 hit markers.
Yo, you know why? And you know why?
That nigga-
You know why? Because he had a
That
deja
shit
vu in the middle of getting shot, and he dodged those bullets.
Huh?
Hit marker, hit marker, hit marker, hit
Home,
marker.
home was
Boom.
hurting. He like, damn, why'd you get 5 hit markers?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
son, though, I think like a lot of the games, especially Call of Duty, is evil, yo. Like,
Yeah.
you know, no, 'cause if you look at like characters, there's like reptilians, you know, there's gargoyles and ghouls and goblins and niggas with masks on. You know what I'm saying? And there's like I don't know all kind of this weird shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, there's a lot of demonic shit.
A lot of demonic shit,
Yeah.
bro.
Aren't gargoyles supposed to be like protectors though?
Yeah. There's no gargoyles though. Like demons and shit.
Yeah.
Monsters. You don't see all these fucking skins.
You don't see no angel, no
Angels,
nothing good. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen a couple, but they're far and few in between. You're not.
Not the one that we playing. Well, I know Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 6. I ain't see nothing angelic. Everything was just demonic shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't checked that out.
That's where we're at now. See,
And to Rahzel's point, a few episodes, a while ago, you have to unlock the black guys, and there's only like 2 or 3.
oh, listen,
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm really sitting there peeping it. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. He's not lying.
yeah. No, don't talk to me, people. Shh.
That's listen, you got a point though. You got a point. There's a lot of stuff that you don't realize until you're actually in it. Like, can I tell you guys, like when y'all were talking about a lot of your gaming experience recently, and a lot of the comments that are made, and it's like when me and you play, it's really never like that. We don't get that type of response. But then the story you guys are telling me that was going on, I'm like, damn, it's like that.
Imagine if you could do what I say you could do, right?
Yeah.
Imagine the number on that company.
Yeah, seriously.
Imagine the number.
Yeah.
It's the biggest franchise ever.
Facts.
You know what? I think we should like record one of y'all games and then
We
post
might
it
just
up
have to do that. We
one
might
day.
become gamers.
I think it would be interesting to watch. I'd
5
love
and
to
30.
hear the way some of these guys talk.
I'll give you a solid 5 kills, 30 deaths. Once in a while, the numbers switch around.
Once in a while,
I got you.
you know you is.
You know what's crazy? Every time he got a good game, I got a bad one, and every time I got a good game, he got a bad one. That shit
I
crazy.
want to get somebody from the game to come down and like watch me play, and tell me why is it that out of 3 mosquitoes, 2 will hit me.
He's not lying, y'all.
Yeah.
I hear.
2 will hit me, bro. Out of 3, and the odds launch 3 mosquitoes. No matter where I'm on the board, 2 of them I'm gonna find me, yo. They'll be up and around. Where that kind of guy? Where you at?
Yo, you know what's crazy, right? Like to your point, when you're sending down these airstrikes, right? You don't see names or nothing. You just see red dots.
Mm.
Those shits always hit us for some reason. Yo, one time they said airstrike in your position. I'm like, close to your position. I'm like, all right, bet I'm out of this position. Then I ran and I slid inside of a house so that I don't get hit by this shit, right?
Yeah.
But I see Rahzel running, and that bomb landed right on his head. Boom! That shit ain't laying next to him. He ain't get hit by the blast. None of that shit landed right on his head. Nigga, that shit had me dying.
He was the trigger.
I'm like, yo, these things be getting home. Like, that's
You don't understand, bro.
That's so fucked up. Oh
It's
shit.
not logically fucking possible.
It's weird.
It's not logically fucking possible, bro. Everybody to see me as Rudolph. Oh, look at that little red dot right there.
For real.
I want that.
That's
dot.
that guy. Yeah.
I want that.
Yo, the shit is right. Like, I don't know where he went. He probably just poof, body gone. Because
Mhm.
usually you blow up and you fly across. I ain't see no body. I just saw the bomb hit him. Poof, everything was gone.
Everything going.
Everything was going on.
New
Nowhere.
reality.
He was like, nah, you out of here, bro.
Yo,
Yeah,
crazy,
facts.
bro. I don't understand it.
That's
It's weird.
crazy.
Like, I'm watch this. Like, watch how many times Counter Strikes hit me. Watch how many times mosquitoes kill me. And watch how many times the ox respond behind me. Respond like right behind me. I can be in the closet with nowhere to go. And then they be the enemy. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, body and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Full body pause.
Yo, he's not lying. How you get behind me, bro? Pause.
There's no room behind me, bro.
Facts.
How did you get there?
That's
Ah.
facts.
Then he run away. I'm like, what the fuck?
He's not lying though. He is
the
not
fuck?
lying. I'll be waiting for that shit. That shit happens to
How
me
that shit
too.
happen?
Yeah.
That's just crazy. They need to fix that shit, bro. You need to be spawned in one of your team members.
Yeah.
Every time, bro.
Facts.
Every time. You need to respond.
Yeah.
That would sound a huge problem.
Big facts. Even if it's somebody like closest to your base.
Right.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
got to respond by a team player, yo.
That's
Facts.
because they spawn these new people from another dimension and they pull them from the shadows. You
There
can't
go.
hide from the shadows.
God damn it.
Can't
Well, that's
hide
what.
from the shadows.
Shadow
That's
Slayer.
what.
And don't stand next to a mirror.
That's what. I know one thing though. In real life, when I get in the corner with my gun, ain't nobody responding behind me. God damn it.
Yeah.
I'm just they come in the door.
That's facts.
All of a sudden. No.
I know, right? You never know. Nigga just fuck around, spawn behind you. Like, what the fuck? I guess
Yeah.
Call of Duty was for real.
Just can't just see a portal open up, two hands come out.
Yeah,
Gone. All you see is his boots and his gun.
All you see is a head stick out of Rahzel back real quick.
Oh, yeah.
He got spawned right in the same spot. He ended up inside his body.
Yo,
He picked up the gun. He's like, yo, I remember picking up this gun. What the fuck? Deja vu.
If I logged in on Chris's shit and let you watch me play. And if you watch me play, bro, and the game thought it was me,
Yeah.
you like, yo, get the fuck out of here. That's not possible. I'm like 7 and 34. 20 times the game cheated me.
Yeah,
The
that shit
fuck?
Yeah, nah. I've played those types of games with him. We played Call of Duty in the past.
Great shit too, yo. You're running, right?
From where?
From where?
Right.
Yeah.
There's been a few times when I got shot. I ain't see nobody in front of me or nobody behind me.
Mhm.
And Chris be behind me. And he'll see me get shot. And he don't see who shot me.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yep.
Like, I see you get shot, bro. But I don't know who shot you.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm right here, right now. Looking around. I don't see anybody. It's weird, bro.
And even if they're
Yeah,
using a
that's-
sniper
that's
rifle, and I
that's
know they
facts.
got that special perk or whatever for it, but you should see the glare of their when
The
they're aiming
sniper,
down
yeah,
the scope
yeah.
or anything. And there's no sniper rifle that's so powerful that you can't see them nowhere.
Now, there's been times.
Like, come on,
when,
man.
There's been times when he clipped me, and then Chris will come behind me, clip him. Okay, somebody's there. There's times when I get clipped, he run right behind me. Nobody clipping his ass.
For your facts. That's facts.
You looking for him. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody clip.
That's facts.
Ain't nobody
That's
clipping him. So who shot me?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That's facts. A couple
Magic
times
bullet.
niggas will shoot. They'll shoot somebody in front of me, and I'll be bucking them down, hit them like 3 times, and they run. And then next thing you know, like not even a second later, they behind me. Not even a second later, like they just ran past my screen,
Yeah.
and they have to go all the way around to get behind me.
Well, I think
Right.
because our energy
It's
level
crazy.
is so high and our frequency so high, the devil, the game don't fuck with us.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. He tries to piss us off.
Yeah.
Tries to get his
yeah.
mad.
You know what? He's right here.
We do have truth next to our name too.
Exactly.
Mm.
You gotta think about it, yo. You know, evil, I believe, can like possess and enter anything. You know what I'm saying? Human bodies, animals, wiretry, computers. You know what I'm saying? Anything can be AI can be evil.
Yeah, that's a
Mm.
good point, yo. That's a real good point. You know how you have a shitty day, like something just happens,
Yeah,
and it's just like if you let it get to you, it rubs off and gets worse and worse and
right,
worse.
right,
But if you
right.
just
Right.
look past it, it tries to throw it in every now and again, some sneaky little shit to piss you
Uh-huh.
off.
Right.
You be like, man, you was just working 5 seconds ago.
Exactly. Now
That's
you got
why
work.
I was telling you before, everything's a balance. You know, for every good thing that happens, something bad is gonna come with it. You just gotta learn to take that in stride because if you perseverate on that negative, then the negative keeps on perpetuating. And you always wind up feeding the wolf, with the negativity is gonna be the one that runs your life. And that's just gonna run you right into the ground. You feed the other one. You
Mm-hmm.
feed the other one. You say, all right, this is a hard time, but guess what? I had a good time before this, and there's gonna be good times after this. I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna be all right. If you have that mentality, now the wolf that you're feeding is the one that's gonna keep your life moving forward in
Yeah,
a positive direction.
yeah. Gooch always preached that shit to me. He said the
Hell
wolf
yeah.
that wins is the one you feed the most.
Hell yeah.
So I
And
mean,
and I'm glad he said that shit because that helps when you lost in thought, those types of words from people that you don't expect to hear it from. Yo, that shit hits hard,
yeah.
yo. Like you just it makes you think different.
Shout out Brandon Power Duke. I hope I didn't mess your name up. Kelly Houston and Yahira for tuning in. We appreciate you guys always. So yeah, we're gonna move on with the show.
Yes, sir.
Y'all favorite
Let's keep
segment,
it
the
pushing.
riddle of the day. I don't know if anybody came in to play.
Yo, I ain't got nothing.
Ah,
We're gonna leave it to
shit.
Mr. Anunnaki.
I think we're gonna have to freestyle some shit. But for now, I can give y'all the answer to mine
Yeah, let's do that. Why don't we
from
do
last
that and
week.
we'll think on this a little bit longer because I've been thinking since the beginning, but I got nothing.
So for all y'all that tuned in, actually, you guys didn't tune in on Facebook last week because we were on Instagram. For all y'all that tuned in, you know what? Let me pull this up real quick. I think I remember off the top of the head, but I don't know. I might have to read it, the one I sent you guys in the message, just to be sure. Um, I know it was something along the lines like people tried to figure me out. People tried testing me.
Yep.
Um, but no. Let me tell. Let me. I know it's something
But
about a man, a woman.
yeah, no man or woman can.
You don't smoke weed, man. You don't smoke weed, bro.
Oh, I got you. I
Damn.
got you. I got you right here.
All right.
All right. People tried to figure me out. They even tried testing me. But I applied too much pressure for any man or woman to bear, and I will never let you double cross me. What am I? And I'm gonna give you guys now, because I didn't give you guys this last week because it was on Instagram live.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you guys a little quick second to figure this out on our live. See if you guys can figure this thing out. If not, I have to give y'all the answer and move on with the show. So once again, people tried to figure me out. They even tried testing me. But I apply too much pressure for any man or woman to bear, and I will never let you double cross me. What am I? Just so y'all know, though, I freestyled that one day and I came up with that. So, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah, I thought yeah, my bad. I was just thinking I had something and oh my god.
Nothing? I don't think nobody got
Let's
nothing.
see. I think I had something. Let's see.
I
I
remember.
hide you
I said
away.
the answer, so I ain't saying shit. I remember the
You
answer.
remember?
Yeah, what is this? Shit, nigga. I said I smoke weed. I just have to forget shit. I can't make up shit.
Hmm.
He said, I don't remember shit. I don't
Damn.
forget it, but I don't remember it. All right, one
Man.
more time. People tried to figure me out. They even tried testing me, but I applied too much pressure for any man or woman to bear, and I will never let you double cross me. What am I?
Bro, I have no idea.
All right. So I guess I put the answer out there. The answer is yes, sir. A black hole. A black hole. People try to figure it out. People try testing it. It applies so much pressure when people try to go through it. They say they die and they can never make it back. So you can't get double crossed. So a black hole, y'all. That's the answer. You feel me?
I got you. That's actually really good.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. That was all for the top of the dome. I was at work one day and I'm like, you know what? Let me come up with a riddle. That's what I came up with. It was all right. Could have done better. I thought it was clever.
No, I think it was good. It was brilliant. I mean, you made it up on your own. So I'm sitting here trying to think of one myself, and I got. I mean,
I was about to let people Google it to see if they could find it, but yeah, I wasn't gonna find it. So y'all would have been there forever.
yeah, fact.
So wait, you guys don't have anything?
Nah,
All right, so I'm gonna try to look up for the truth shall set you free topic while you guys come up. Word, let's do it.
I'm not gonna front getting the munchies.
I kind of am too. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, it's getting to be that time.
All right, well, the show's over, guys. See you later. Bye.
Ready.
We're gone.
Y'all don't understand how we do out here, man. Saying when it's time to eat, we gotta get that grill going. We gotta.
You ain't gotta go home, but y'all gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Nah, on some real shit.
But nah, bro, for real.
Got this video this week, man. I don't give a fuck. It all smiles. I see you watching. Hello. How you doing? Anyways, I don't have no riddle today, man. That's not me, man. I was thinking about one, but I wasn't finished with it. It was like sometimes I'm round, sometimes I'm flat, sometimes I'm square, just like that. Sometimes I've been known to be put in your back. What am I?
I already know the answer. A battery. When she said put it in your bag, I thought, I know what it is. I know what it is.
I said try it. I can't do it every time.
Damn. I think I'm the riddle man for today. I mean, I'm not gonna make one, but you know.
I can't think of anything. I'm sorry. This is just not my forte.
Let me see. Let me see if I can think of something. Let me see.
It's not what I do. Where's Batman when you need him? So why don't we go on to the next topic and then we'll come up with a riddle after that?
Yeah, how can we do that?
We can do that.
Let's keep the show going. So what was our next topic? We were going to talk about was it the 3-year-old?
No, we're gonna bring that truth shall set you free real quick.
Okay.
So this was a little bit different again. I'm trying to like switch it up a little bit. I don't want the same format too much, but you know.
I know that wasn't funny, but I just feel like pushing that button because
what's so funny though?
In a while.
So
pushing a while, so I was going to push it. So I'm sorry about that, guys.
It's fine. Hey, listen, do your thing. Soundboard man, do your thing.
Yeah, we have buttons that we never really push.
Yeah, facts.
Done. You're like, they all like this one. I don't like that one.
Which was that? Which
one that one is?
Which one?
That Diddy one.
Oh yeah, no, that's the purple one. We don't like the Diddy one.
Press it. What you mean?
Nah,
is it that? Yeah, it's a purple.
No. That's the one they don't like. God damn it. I don't like that.
No Diddy, y'all.
That is so freaking Diddy.
We use that for when anybody does some Diddy shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have some buttons over here.
Anyway, if there is a Diddy moment, that is the key that we press. If y'all like that, then set a comment, hit like and share, and let us know that you like that sound. And then Rahzel ain't got no choice but to use that whenever there is a potential Diddy comment.
And I'll tell you what, if y'all like that sound, then there's something wrong with you as well.
Yeah, pause.
Hey, listen, I just think it's funny as hell.
It is a funny one.
So that kind of means you like the sounds.
I don't know, but we're gonna move on to
Yeah.
All right, moving on. So,
All
what was the
right.
next topic that we had? We got hit with it.
So the truth shall set you free. There are more innocent people in our jails and prisons today than ever before.
Mm.
The rate of exonerations continues to rise, revealing an unreliable system of criminal justice, a lack of accountability for police and prosecutors, reliance on junk science and mistaken eyewitnesses,
Mhm.
and the indigenous defense crisis are major contributors to wrongful convictions that have been undermined the credibility of our system and the ruined the lives of innocent men and women.
Mm.
EJI challenges wrongful convictions and exposes the unjust incarceration of innocent people that undermines the reliability of even the most serious cases. The causes are now that's EJI. That's just so y'all know that's EJI. That's somebody that's trying to get this thing fixed. The causes are exonerations tell us about what causes wrongful convictions. These are related cases. Diane Jones spent 6 years in prison after being sentenced to life imprisonment without parole for a crime she didn't commit. More than half of wrongful convictions can be traced to witnesses who lied in court or made false accusations. In 2018, a record number of exonerations involved misconduct by government officials. Other leading causes of wrongful convictions include mistaken eyewitnesses identifications, false or misleading forensic science, and jailhouse informants.
Mhm.
Faulty forensics also lead to wrongful convictions. Many forensic techniques aren't scientifically validated. These are called quote unquote junk science techniques include hair microscopy, yep.
Mhm.
Um, bite mark comparisons, firearm tool mark analysis, and shoe print comparisons. Innocent people have been convicted because forensic lab workers made errors in testing, testified inaccurately about their results, or fabricated results. In 2015, EJI won the exoneration and release of Anthony Ray Hinton, who spent 30 years on Alabama's death row after being wrongfully convicted of a capital murder based on a faulty bullet match, and Benaya Dandridge, who spent 20 years in prison after being wrongfully convicted based on an erroneous fingerprint match. Inadequate lawyers can cause wrongful convictions too. Overworked and underfunded defense lawyers lack the resources to vigorously test the prosecution's evidence at trial, and people who are wrongfully convicted and in prison have no right to counsel after their cases are affirmed on direct appeal. African Americans are burdened by a presumption of guilt that most defense lawyers are not prepared to overcome. As a result, African Americans make up 47% of exonerations, even though they are only 13% of the population.
Wow.
Innocent black people are about 7 times more likely to be convicted of murder than innocent white people. And black people who are convicted of murder are about 50% more likely to be innocent than non black people convicted of murder. Children and people with mental disabilities are especially vulnerable to being wrongfully convicted. EJI won the release of Diane Tucker, a woman with intellectual disabilities who was wrongfully convicted of murdering an infant by obtaining medical evidence that proved the baby never existed.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy. Like that was a lot, but that's crazy. I gotta get y'all thoughts on that.
Yeah. You want to take that one or?
There's definitely more, but I can't read all that. We'll be here forever.
Right.
But there's a whole lot. Maybe I'll continue on next episode.
Well, the whole thing is just so very familiar with me. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole black people getting charged and you making up 13% of the population, but being arrested, but 47%?
47%.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because their job here in America is to oppress us, the melanated man, more or less. Now, that's not to say that Puerto Ricans don't get uh, falsely imprisoned.
Mm.
Chinese don't get falsely imprisoned. White people don't get falsely imprisoned. But the chances are very slim. Because usually the case is usually tight cases that has been fought on both sides equally.
Mm.
Because they have an agenda to lock away, to discredit, to beat down, to traumatize, to control black men here in America. That's why our numbers are so high. You gotta understand, my beautiful black brothers and sisters, they're out to get us. They always have been, and they always will be. We gotta keep our nose clean as we can. You know what I'm saying? Because the revolution will not be televised. On to the next thing. The shit that bugged me out was she was able to produce facts that there was never a baby.
It was never a baby.
So she just like was just scamming the system and they got caught out because they probably never went to school or none of that shit. That's crazy.
But they didn't even say that. They said they said she was convicted of murdering a child that was never real.
Right. So how would you figure the child was murdered? I
Right.
would
You need
figure,
a body to convict anybody of
right,
murder.
I would figure, you know what I'm saying? Now listen, I'm filed for this child. Now we get food stamps and cash every month. You know what I'm saying? But now
Okay, I see
child
where you're
like
going.
7 years old, they ain't never been in school.
I see where you're going.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so they filed
They
as
never
if the
been to
yeah.
school. They never been to the doctor.
So she filed. They were on. They had paperwork on this child that was never real. So when they found out she wasn't around anymore, they just assumed that she killed her.
Yeah, probably. Because the child probably never went to school, never went to the doctors, you know, never got in a fight,
Right.
never got
Right.
his measles, nothing.
That could be. They never explained what it was, but that sounds like a realistic scenario.
I
Yeah.
know because
I can
I'm
see
really
that.
logical.
Yeah.
I know I do a lot of dumb shit, but I'm really logical when I'm thinking. When my thinking cap is on, I'm using it. I'm
That
using
definitely
it.
makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, it does.
What
That's
you
a good
think,
way to
Yago?
put it.
Same thing? Or?
I think the whole thing ties in kind of nicely. Like, well, so all right, let's look at the conviction rates, right, and the fact that they tied in during the whole Democratic election. And I want to talk about certain celebrities that have come forward recently in many different platforms and talked about how um they would sit in those trials and they would look at the judge and they would tell the judge who to convict and who not to convict.
When in
I
doubt
look
it.
at that. I look at that, right? And then I think about all of the cover-ups that get involved in that and how deep, like when you start looking into all of these like people that are being released and why they're being released, if you really start to dig deep and see what names start popping up and investigate those people's their records, their timelines, their bank accounts, and all of these situations, and I can guarantee you you're gonna find a huge pattern and a giant web. This is it's like tip of the iceberg shit. It's little things, but it leads you to, the next few steps above. And then when you get to that level, you start to see a bigger picture. And you got to keep climbing that ladder. It's a nine gates of fucking hell, man. Like you got to climb.
So
Um,
I have another question for you, because if that was the case, right,
mm,
she wouldn't have got set free. She would have stayed in jail for something else, right?
right, right. And I think things are
Maybe
changing.
fraud or some shit. Is that?
It's possible, yeah, because if it's not murder since if the child did not exist, then it would have been fraud, in which case that's still a federal crime either way.
Yeah.
So either way, they've got her if they really wanted to pursue it. But I think the fact that they went the route of trying to get her for a person that never existed, it made them look stupid,
Well,
and
she's
now
free.
they'd rather just let her go. Right? That's what I'm saying.
Oh
They'd
yeah.
rather
Okay.
just
Okay.
let her go than to pursue anything because they're like, you know what, we look dumb as fuck for not even knowing this person didn't exist. Like we weren't doing our job. So let's not even make a big deal out of this. You get set free. You did time. We'll call it even. Shut the fuck up. Go home.
But they would look even dumber if they let her go, knowing that she did some shit like that. No.
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, either way, I don't even think they give a shit.
X-22 is like, you know when, you know when. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
Had you not got us, we would have arrested you. We would have
Well, I disagree. I disagree because I believe that they did
Oh
win.
shit. Wait, is it that one? I don't think it's that one, right?
It's definitely not that one. I ain't nobody.
It's that one. It's that one.
That's the one.
We might have a classes session,
No,
y'all.
I disagree because he said that it was a lose nobody win situation, but that's not true because as long as she was locked up for 20 years. You said
Yeah, 20. Yep.
in those 20 years she was in the system and she was making them money. So like we can't forget that this is a business that they're running. These jail systems is a business, and they get their funds through taxpayer dollars that are siphoned and funded through government funds, and this is how they keep their business running. So the more inmates they have, the more money they need. They got to expand. They got it, but the reality is they're taking that overhang at the end of it all, and they're doling out bonus checks.
right. Now, this is where we get into a little bit of confusion here. You're
It's been
right.
so long
You're
since
right.
y'all had one of
Yeah,
these.
and we here, you know what I'm saying? Because you say that they're getting money for a while she's incarcerated, right? But had she had, let's say hypothetically, she um scammed them. I got a baby being born. I need food. I need infant milk. I need help, right? And she's getting money.
Mhm.
She's getting money. And she had done that, and they knew the child, boom, she go to jail. If she had committed fraud for X amount of years, for X amount of dollars, you go to jail for fraud.
Mhm.
Now, if you go to jail for let's say she go to jail for fraud, now they send her to jail for murder, but she didn't murder no kid. There's nothing in. So now they can sue her, or she was in jail getting money. Now she can say, "Hey, you wrongfully incarcerated me, so now I'm going to sue you off for doing that, for incarcerating me for a child murder that never existed." They can say, "Okay, well, on that note, what we're going to do is going to sue you for all the years you collected welfare every month, every year, and then we're going to also say that the time you spent in jail is time served for the false imprisonment or for the fraud."
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, all right, so she's a number when she goes in, right?
Right.
Every case when there's a case that it's a criminal case that's formulated to determine whether that person's gonna get locked up or not, that person is now put into a situation where they become a commodity. They become a number, like there's a budget hanging over their head. So if you get locked up, and let's say the judge, like this case is a high profile case, and some money was spent on it, but at the end of the day, the return is going to be X amount at the end of the year, every year for the next 20 years that this person's in prison. She basically already paid back all the money that she had taken in those 7 years in the first 4 to 5 years that she was in prison.
Who's to
Every
say?
I'm just saying with
I
the
mean,
number that like all right, so let's just say that her getting locked up in prison is gonna net worth that prison system
I'm
$25,000 a year,
okay.
right?
Now let's say she was getting paid about $800 in cash and like $700 in goddamn and food stamps. Now that's about that's 1,500 a month times 12.
Right.
Now you're looking at 30. So actually, she's coming off monthly, annually. She's still coming off.
All right. Well. I mean,
Yeah.
you're giving hypothetical numbers. I'm
So
giving
are you?
hypothetical numbers.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So let's say, all right. So let's say, to your point, let's say that she took $700 in food stamps and 1,000 in cash, and let's say she was overall banking in $1,700 and whatever else, and she was scamming them by selling her food stamps and then doing other shit with it. Okay, let's just put all that factored in. They've already included that in what her length of time was going to be times how much money she owes versus how much they're going to make in the back end. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All that stuff is already calculated.
So it's 20 years. Was that enough?
I think that 20 years was enough, and it also netted them a little more so that they can line their pockets
So
up.
you think that they would look at it like, all right, cool. She didn't murder a baby that didn't exist, but she still committed fraud. This is our way of saying she served her time. So
I
while they're
think
thinking she got out for being innocent, they're thinking she served her time for not being innocent.
Right.
that's what I'm saying. I think what in my opinion, and
you
it's
know
just
what?
my opinion. I
You know
think
what? She made money for the fraud. We made money having her incarcerated. And that's why I say in the beginning of the argument, it was a catch 22, bang, bang, hands is washed.
and I'm saying that because his argument was that it was a wash, and I'm saying that it's not a wash because not only did she serve that time, the full time, and
She
she
didn't serve
made
full
them,
time. She
and
didn't serve
she
full time. She out early.
is she out early? I thought you said she served the
14
20
years
years.
early.
Well,
20
she was
years.
sentenced to 20
She was
years.
sentenced to basically do life.
And she got out in
And she
20
got out
years.
in
So
20
so
years.
what
Yeah.
I'm saying is that they looked at it and they said, you know what, she did 20 years. This is how
Right.
much she was worth. This is how much she owed us. This is how much we're making in the long run. Fuck it, let her go. Oh well, we could always catch her for this. I don't bother because guess what? The kid wasn't even real,
That's
and we
why
never
That's pretty much what we all been saying.
and we that's what I'm saying though, and we never should have pursued that anyway. So let's just let that go. We made our money and then some. Fuck her.
You guys
that's
basically
why
said
I
the same
said
thing.
that's why I say hands are washed. You
But
did
it's
dirt.
not hand.
No, what he's saying is like they're even now.
But they're not.
Yeah.
Hands are washed. We're even. You got your money. We got our money. You got your.
You did your dirt. We did our dirt. You got some money. We got some money. Fuck
The
it.
reality is though, like I guess, what and Yaiko's point, they have the upper hand still because they never served 20 years.
They all
We
did have
served
that
20
plan.
years, so
You know what though? But in my point, and you know I don't fuck with no police, fuck judges, DAs, POs, and COs, and all that good shit. But
ABCDs.
and all the alphabets. Fuck them niggas. But what I'm saying is this: on some real shit. If she was out there scamming, she was out there living illegal.
Yeah.
There's things that come with that. What you mean?
I'm not saying
She
that
should have
she's
known she was
wrong
gonna
for
get
being
caught.
locked up. I think that she should have been locked up, but it should have been for the correct reason, which was fraud. If they would have got her on the fraud instead of filing her under a murder charge, it
But
would have been a different story. You know what I mean? Because the fraud was the actual crime,
Well, you
whereas
know
the
what, though?
murder
but
was a precursor to them making an assumption
But
that this person was a being.
but in the
you know what,
beginning,
I don't
but
know.
go ahead, Rahzel, my bad.
Go ahead, you go ahead, brother.
Well, because in the beginning it was for a murder. It was a murder that they thought happened. Like, yeah, they
Exactly.
didn't have it correct, but they thought it happened. When they investigated, they found out there was no child.
Right. So
So
that's the embarrassment of it all. That's why they don't want to talk about it. They figure just let it be what it is. Let her go. She served 20 years. Fuck it. We got our money's worth. Let her go.
I think what it is that they look at it like more paperwork, more trial time, more all that. Let's cut that shit out, make her serve her time without having to do all that, and then set her
Could be.
free.
Could be.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? They're like, man, fuck it.
Why
All
not?
right, there was no child. She still did some illegal shit that deserves this amount of time. So let's not even go to trial. Let's
Yeah,
say we let her out early.
And in retrospect, the reason why she lost out is because her life was on hold while she was in there making them money, and they was outside making money and living their life. That's in the
but
end,
she wouldn't
they
have
win
been,
and she
she
loses.
wouldn't have been on the inside, Nyko, if she didn't do the fraud in the first place.
That's
Come on,
true.
man.
Yeah, but half
See,
these people that are
please
incarcerated by
see
others
the bigger
deserve to be in
picture.
prison too.
Please see the bigger picture, bro.
I am. I'm just letting you know that these people that are holding people hostage in these prisons, a lot of them commit some egregious crimes too behind the scenes, and they should be locked up. But they holding people prisoner.
I guess we
Yeah,
never
So
really.
so what I'm saying is that nothing is ever going to be incorrupted or
no,
uncorrupted. It's crazy, but it's just what it is. As long as there's evil thoughts out there, people are going to do evil things.
you're right. Like I said before, some people deserve to be in jail, some people don't. There are innocent people in jail, but the
Mm.
fact that she committed a crime got her locked up. Like if she didn't commit the crime,
I don't
let's be
dispute that.
let's be speaking hypothetical. Let's be logical. If she didn't commit the crime from the jump, there would have never been no false ass kid that the cops thought she murdered. If there was no kid to believe was murdered, she never would have got arrested for it. So the
Right.
fact that she committed a crime took her down this road. This is the road
All right.
that lie. No, not all right. This is the road that lie took her down. If she would have had committed that crime, bro, that shit would have never happened to her.
So do you think she might have done it for
Yeah.
for crack?
Listen,
Crack,
Rahzel, look.
You
I
know?
am not.
stability,
I'm not. But you're not
stability,
even.
food, anything.
But you know,
Yo,
it
but
is
check
the
it. Check
people's
it.
fault that didn't check the social security
That's what
number.
I'm saying. But put that aside.
They should have said,
Forget
"What the
that portion
fuck?
of it.
Zero
The
one
whole
one one
class in
five five."
session. The whole class in session started because you said it was gonna be a wash and they were gonna break even. And what I'm saying is that I don't believe, in my opinion, that's a true statement because they made their money and then some. So whatever she took, they
Jack,
made
Jacko,
and then some.
they're gonna make their money,
That's
and
my only point.
they're gonna make their money, and then some, whether or not a motherfucker go to jail.
But I want people to understand that. Whether
But
you in jail or not, they
the
making
whole
their
point
money and
is,
then some. And
the
they're the
whole
same
point
ones
is,
that should be in jail.
So who you guys
the,
think winning this argument right now?
the
We
whole
should
point is,
we should
Joe,
start putting a poll on
she
these, yo.
wouldn't be in jail. She wouldn't be in jail if she did commit the initial crime, bro.
I'm not disputing that.
So we gotta look past the whole. You know what? They're making money off her. She gave them the opportunity to
You
make
catching
money
what I'm
off.
saying?
I see both sides, but I definitely know what Rahzel's saying.
I
Like,
mean, I get what Rahzel's saying. I
Yeah,
get what he's.
do, but I'm just saying, like,
she's like, you know what? I risk. There's a risk
She
to this
She
shit.
fucked herself.
There's a risk to this shit. So I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna say I got a child, newborn, Manuel, Xavier, Tyrone, Davis. You know what I'm saying? And and you know what I'm saying? And we gonna motherfucking say that we need X amount of dollars to live. That's the risk you're taking.
And then you still live in the same spot, and all you're doing is smoking your shit up.
Smoking, chewing,
well, look,
drinking.
I don't know the
I don't know.
situation. And y'all, you guys let us know what y'all think. If y'all get what we talk about over here, if y'all think we talking in circles, comment, let us know.
And,
We want to hear from you.
and
I'm about to start setting polls up.
cut everything off real fast. Fuck that shit. Cause this shit must be addressed. Because they trying to get me last week. Who wearing their shirt?
Oh yeah. All right.
Hey, yo,
all
okay,
right,
so I decided to
all
do
right.
something
I
different.
can't even say nothing.
No. In my defense, it is still a part of our branching. You know what we do. This is a Roman Namor shirt, and I wanted to show y'all this.
That is merch made by Yaiko.
This is my merch. I made this, and I made this. Let me tell you guys, I made this shirt. I want to say about what?
Yo, slithery.
No, seriously, this I wore this for this reason. Listen to the advertisement before you knock it. All right,
Bro,
check it out.
I see it.
This thing is 7 years in the making. Okay, and
had
this
that
is
8
still
years ago, and it still looks really
fresh
good.
on there. Okay, so I'm trying to tell you guys, my
You
did I wear this the
You
last
did,
time?
actually.
I thought it was the gold one.
Yeah, it was that one, the silver one.
It was this one.
I think it was that one.
Damn,
actually,
listen. In my defense, I smoke butt.
yeah.
It don't
You
change
smoke-
nothing.
you smoke butt, nigga?
It don't change nothing. Look, I'm showing y'all the same exact
Yo,
shirt. This is not
Y'all hear him
bullshit.
say he
I'm
smoked
trying to
butt?
tell you guys.
You know what? That is a good point. It is the same shirt that it was like in the first couple episodes.
I'm not
And it still
bullshitting
look the
y'all.
same.
It looks the same. My product does not chip, crack, fade, or get fucked. You let me know. Come
Right.
on, man.
I can't
I'm
wait
just
to
saying,
see
I'm trying to
Rahzel
let you
put that
know.
outfit on. That's gonna look crazy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
That's
Yo, his pants are gonna fade out and be done before that material even come off. I
Yeah.
promise you that.
That's what he wear. I'll be watching ball at the same time.
There it is.
The pants get washed.
He-
That's it.
Everything in his life is gonna look faded except him. He's gonna look like his aura is exploding everywhere.
overall though, he does got us beat, man. He got the shirt on today. We don't. I'll give it to him.
Yeah,
give it to him.
yeah. But you know what? We had it on last week. So
Yeah, fast. You guys didn't see that? Yeah, y'all see that tonight.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna front though. I did look for it like crazy. And I couldn't
Yeah, I
find
couldn't
it
find my
nowhere.
shit either.
I scrambled. I was like, what
I'm
the
gonna put a
hell?
poll next time, you guys. I'm gonna try to figure out how to set a poll up
Mm.
during the live while you guys are going in the class and session to see what the votes are and who actually is winning.
Oh, okay.
That would be fucking
That would be
super
dope.
That'd be crazy. I'm gonna definitely figure that out.
All my logical people, not hypothetical people, but logical people. I know I'm gonna have your vote. You'd be like, yo, but it sounds so logical.
But for all y'all that tuned in, though, y'all can still give us y'all answers in the comments on who y'all thought won this one right here.
You know what I'm saying?
First
That's
class
what we
in session
do.
in a long time. Yeah. Yo, shout out Joe Big Guns for watching. We appreciate you for tuning in. So before we get into the last topic, yeah, so I wanted to point out EJI a little more because they need some credit. They need people to come to them a little. I think they're trying to do a good job. EJI stands for Equal Justice Initiative. That's a nonprofit organization that works to end mass incarceration and excessive punishment in the United States. EJI's goals include challenging racial and economic injustice, protecting basic human rights, providing legal representation to people who have been wrongfully convicted, challenging the death penalty, offering re-entry assistance to formerly incarcerated people. It says, how was EJI founded? Public interest lawyer Brian Stevenson founded EJI in 1989 in Montgomery, Alabama. It was originally called Alabama Capital Representation Resource Center. And what do? EJI takes landmark cases to the Supreme Court. EJI works to change the narrative about race in America. EJI provides legal representation to people who have been abused in state jails and prisons. EJI offers re-entry assistance to formerly incarcerated people. So how can you support EJI? You can donate to EJI, and donations to EJI are tax deductible to the extent allowed by the law. So just keep that in mind, man. Anybody that has legal problems and are going through situations like these that I just described to you guys, this might be a good thing to do is reach out to them and see what they could do for you. Because you guys are kind of be doing a one hand watch the other thing. They're a nonprofit organization, so I don't think you're gonna be spending a lot of money with them.
Thanks.
So yeah. You guys ready for the last topic?
Yeah, I think we can move on. Do you mind if I just mention real quick? I was watching this hearing on Cash Patel. I don't know if you guys know a lot about him or not. He's running for, I believe, his deputy director of the FBI now. He's gonna be like the head of the FBI. And he was on trial today. And let me tell you something, like these guys put on a good show. I ain't gonna front, but some of the way some of the ways some of these senators talk and the anger that comes behind their words, like you could just tell they're involved in some shady shit.
So what is he on trial for anyway?
They're basically questioning his ability to be objective as the director of the FBI, and they're basically trying to state that he's going to favor what Trump has to say versus being a neutral party as far as being the head of the FBI since he's been recommended by Trump's party.
Mm,
You know what I say?
that's wild.
I
So,
say, fuck homeboy.
why is
You know
that?
what I'm saying? Nigga. I say, I believe the only reason why he was hired is Trump needed a dark skinned person who's gonna suck his dick while he's in office. And they knew it.
Um,
They knew a
Mm,
black man would do it.
that's crazy. Cause after he was telling me why he was on trial, I was thinking the same thing. That's crazy. I mean, he's gonna be in favor of Trump. Everything's gonna be in favor of Trump.
Yo,
Well,
everything, yo.
that's what the Democrats are trying to spin it as. A lot of the Republicans are stating otherwise. But here's
Hmm.
you know what? Before we
Actions.
That's tough.
but before we jump into it, I'm gonna tell you now. So I got his background here, and it says,
So he's part of the agenda.
yeah,
Definitely.
oh yeah, without a doubt. As an American lawyer, former federal prosecutor, and official and conspiracy theorist, they had to throw that in there. He served as a National Security Council official, chief of staff to acting U.S. Secretary of Defense, and senior advisor to the acting director of national intelligence, all during the first presidency of Donald Trump. In November of 2024, and the president-elect Trump nominated Patel to succeed Christopher Wray as director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And since then, let's see, he precedes Andrew P. Hallman as well. So now, all right, keep this in mind, all right? He has been affiliated with the Republican Party in a lot of situations. His goal, from what he claims, is that he's going to clean up. All right, so we know that the FBI was working with a lot of shady situations going on, and it's been
Mhm.
coming to light more and more. This is why that this particular director is he resigned from his position, and it was questioned why in the world was the FBI like? How did you drop the ball on two presidency speeches where a president almost got assassinated on two separate occasions
Mm.
within the same electoral run? It's been unheard of. So once all those questions started to come to light, Cash Patel was put into the run because he's had an extensive background in law, especially over terrorism, running interference with Russians, and just overall like overseas like tactical things. So he has the knowledge and the capabilities.
Right. So
Do
the
I
why
think he's going to be biased? Probably. It's a possibility. I mean, anybody can be bought at some point or threatened at some point or taken hostage or blackmailed or it nobody's perfect.
Yeah, I gotta look into that a little bit more. I definitely I'll look into that a little more to speak on it. Maybe I'll do some research for next episode. Maybe chime in a little bit, but I definitely want to do some research on that because it seems a little fishy to me for sure.
It does. Yeah,
I
there's a
just
lot
don't
of
know on what
questions.
side
There's a, no, but
because it
there's
seemed
a
like
lot of
both
questions.
sides is a little iffy to me. Both sides, people that's the reason why he's in trial and the people that he's actually going for. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, it's weird. Seem a little.
And remember that when I look at this situation, I always remember that red versus blue, it's just a show and they're puppets and it's all designed to look that way. They're all in cahoots. They're all in cahoots.
Somehow, somewhere.
Yes, every hand washes the other.
Yeah.
I promise you that. So I look at it from a completely different spectrum of vision, and most people look at me and think I'm pretty nuts for it. But you know what? To each their own, man. I live and let live, guy. So
With that being said, you think you won that class in session versus Rahzel?
me, do I think I won? I would just stay in the fact. He
Alright.
was wrong. That's it. He said that it was a moot point and that everything washed away and whatever. No, and I said no. They got their overhead and then some. She's the one that got fucked. Yeah, she did the crime. She did the time. But at the end of the day, she still got in prison for the wrong thing. They fucked up.
Rahzel, you think you won that class in session?
Of course I did.
Of course he did. Of course he did. Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm logical, bro. I'm logical. You know what I'm saying? I'm logic, bro.
Yo, I'm logical. I think I sound pretty logical.
No, you sound hypothetical. Hypothetical. There's a difference.
My job has been done today, guys.
Yeah,
I am your moderator / instigator for a reason.
There's a difference between hypothetical and logical, bro.
But you can't tell me that in one breath that you know they're making money on these people.
Oh,
but
no,
then when I
know
say
they're
that,
making money.
but then when I say what I say, you're like, no, but that doesn't make sense. Nobody won.
No, I'm
Yes,
saying-
they always win. The house always wins.
Well, yeah, but you never know. If she did,
So
play the
yeah,
game-
I win.
no, because
He
if
just
she
said yeah.
if she did play the game, if she did play the game,
Yo,
there would be no house.
I hear that, but I'm
I win.
saying she lost twice. She
Who do you
lost
guys think
twice.
won,
Or
man?
I win.
She lost twice.
They
She
be-
lost when she got caught, and then she lost double time because she not only served time for the wrong thing,
It's called
but she
gambling.
also made them extra money. It's called
It's called
gambling. So she
Yeah.
lost twice.
It's called
Thank you.
gambling.
And gambling is a winner and a loser. She lost
And
twice,
like
but they
the
made
point
out.
I'm making, if she didn't play the game, she wouldn't have lost at all.
And there you guys go, man. You know they're gonna be biased. They're gonna say they won. That's just only
No,
right.
So
I'm
it
not
wasn't a
saying-
wash.
I just
I'm not-
instigated that shit.
I'm
It
not
wasn't a
saying I
wash.
won. I'm not saying I won because I believe that I won. I'm saying I won
Here
because
we
I
go.
know I won.
Here we go. Here we
You know
go.
what I'm saying?
Here we go. Please comment. Please
Yeah, that was good.
comment.
I mean,
Let him know that I was
Okay,
right and he was
okay,
wrong.
That's
Please.
ladies and
Comment.
gentlemen,
Let him know.
if you buy a lotto ticket for $2, right,
Okay, he's using a
And-
metaphor.
and you hit your lotto ticket for $2, and you hit the jackpot, and there's
Hypothetical.
hypothetical. You hit the
Hypothetical. This is the whole thing's hypothetical. You just called me Mr. Hypothetical. You're giving a hypothetical story.
I have
Get
to-
out of here, bro.
I
Why
have
are
to-
you always backtracking?
Yeah,
This ain't even cool. Like
Yo,
you're
listen.
giving a
I
hypothetical.
want
It
to hear
is.
the metaphor, though. I want
It
to hear the
is.
metaphor.
Oh,
It's
I want to hear the metaphor.
It's a hypothetical metaphor, so you understand. So you understand. So now you buy a ticket, right? And
funny as
you
hell.
hit for the jackpot, and the state takes 300, 400,000, a million, all depending on how much it is. The state won because the state didn't pick the numbers. The state didn't take the $2 out their pockets and pay for the ticket. So the state won.
Well, I guess
Hold
who
on.
gives the money though?
the
Doesn't matter.
taxpayers, the
Doesn't matter
people.
doesn't matter who gives the money. The state won because they got some of their money that you won. But if you had not ever played and took that $2 and bought some grits and a dozen of eggs, then the state would never been involved.
So to my point, the
What's your
state
point?
won
My point was
2 fists
the state
over,
would
and
have
she
won.
lost like a motherfucker.
the state would have won if she didn't choose to play.
So it wasn't a wash
It
because
is
she
a
chose
wash.
to play.
You got out. You got out.
She
We
chose
got
to-
out. You got ours. You got yours.
But listen, she
It is a
chose to
wash,
play.
bro.
She chose to play, and
That-
she fumbled
that-
hard,
that
and
is a
she not
wash,
only
bro.
paid for it, she paid for it 3 times over. So when you pay for something 3
That's-
times over, you overpaid.
That's
So
why
that
that's why I
means
love this show because
so that means it's not a wash.
It is a wash, nigga.
this
It's
is
not a
why this is
wash.
why I love this show because I'm always the one that wins.
Nah, you win sometimes.
He has too much fun with this shit.
Yeah,
swear he
because I
do. He
because I
loves
sit
to
back and
instigate
watch
this
and
shit.
listen while y'all go at it. So I'm the winner.
Yo, listen.
He always gotta. Oh, did you get a riddle?
Oh
you better
shit!
check.
Damn, Rahzel, you slacking, bro.
Wow,
You wanna
why
know
you
the
slacking?
You want to know the riddle?
What's the riddle?
Here's the goddamn riddle. Here's the goddamn riddle. I choose not to play the game. Game, play me. Don't scratch me off or choose my numbers or give me a name to be. I will not be picked. I will not be plucked. And shame on thee who doesn't know what I am or what I truly aim to be. What am I?
Diane.
What am I?
A gambler.
You're right. That's the answer. A gambler.
Yeah.
And my whole point is, if you don't choose to gamble, it won't be involved in the bullshit. See
Yeah.
that? See that riddle? That
And my,
riddle was
And see how he
my
snuck
whole
that in
point,
there
when
to
you
win the
choose,
battle.
when you choose to gamble, sometimes you lose fist over fist, and now you paying the
And
house
that's-
3 times over,
and that's
and then the house
point.
wins.
And that's the point of gambling.
So what y'all think, man? Who won, or is it a draw? Is it wash?
How can it be a draw?
Is it wash?
It was washed.
I'm not even biting this time. I'm not
Oh,
even
I
biting
always
this time.
bite.
He's doing it again. Yo, facts. I'm not even gonna front. I got me some chili,
I'm
some
bad.
guacamole, and some chips downstairs that are calling my name
we
right
still-
now.
Yeah.
hold on a second.
All right, yeah. So we got the last one. Let's get into it then. Comment below who y'all think won.
Are you gonna remember that riddle?
Let's move it by. Huh?
You gonna remember that riddle? Hell no.
Well,
We have
you
to-
already got the answer anyway, so I mean it's washed.
Oh yeah,
It's a
that's
wash.
right. That's right. I already guessed this shit. I forgot. Shit. I look at you. See, I told you I smoke.
Yo.
I be smoking. I be forgetting things. I be forgetting things all the time.
A random ass freestyle about the topic.
Right.
Yeah, facts.
I got you. I'm a freestyle one right now. You ready?
Got it.
I am always planned out. I am not often found out about. I am sneaky. I'm firm. And those that have gone against me have failed. What am I?
The nigga creeping through your girlfriend's window. No,
No, that's not it. That was a good one though. I didn't think of that one.
Black Dynamite.
well, that's what he is.
Black Dynamite. Nah,
Is that who you were describing?
Yeah, of course.
yo,
Black Di-
that's my shit.
Yeah, that's
I ain't
my
gonna hold you.
answer,
That's
too.
my shit.
That's my shit too. I ain't gonna front, yo.
It's
This kid like,
unstoppable.
yo, I can't swim. He's like, come on, man. It's like making love to a woman. He just
Black Dynamite unstoppable.
all the way across the ocean, just all the way. Yeah, that Black Dynamite. You gotta check that out. It's fucking
If y'all ain't
hilarious.
see that, y'all gotta see that. That's just funny as hell.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Like, so should we end on that then?
We can end it on that, Rahzel. I'm a little disappointed. Rahzel don't know this one, but
I really didn't give it too much thought, to be honest with you.
Mm.
See, I'm honest over here. I'm honest and I'm
Yeah.
logical.
no, that's good.
Here
that's
we
good.
go. Here we go. Be logical, yo. Be logical.
If I try to repeat it back to you though, I won't even remember because I freestyled that shit.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
So-
man, y'all do better than me. I can't even
I'll
come
see
up
it
with
when I
one.
watch the show back. Yeah. On that note, truth be told, Rahzel actually brought this to our attention. They wanted me to present this to you like this. There's a fake story going around on Facebook right now. I'm just gonna say there's some people in the comments saying it's not fake.
Allegedly, right?
Allegedly.
Right.
There's many people saying it is.
I would probably say there's a story that was presented to us as potentially being fake,
There you go.
and we want your opinion, and or if you have any information pertaining to this story, we're going to tell it here, and we want to hear from you guys. If you have any information, we'd like to hear about it, and just give us some insight so we're aware. Is this real? Is it fake? And real people. Like, I don't want to deal with just random fucked up comments just because.
Right. So there was a 3-year-old.
Yo. Hold on.
Go ahead, Rahzel.
You have to acknowledge the goddamn wordplay on this son of a bitch. You already come in? No, what we want to say is that there was a subject that was brought to us that maybe that was beautiful. That was beautiful. I was gonna say, I almost teared up the way he was.
He did come in with that shit.
Yeah,
Real explanatory, like real defined.
I
professional.
try my
There's a lot of
best.
detail on that. We might have to switch jobs.
Yeah, because he quit the Jew. He was like,
Right.
What we saying is this: there was a situation brought to our attention that we would now like to.
Yo,
What
you know
I'm
what's
saying?
crazy? You guys actually just sparked a new idea that we should probably include into the show.
Here
Uh-oh.
we go.
I think we should every now and again swap out. Somebody else be the moderator, and I'll be the class in session guy.
I wouldn't mind that. I would not. I would love to hear you go at it with Rahzel every
That'd be
once in
kind
a
of cool.
while.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
saying that you want to be the moderator, and you just X'd out Rahzel for me the moderator.
I was trying to do that silently, but yes, since you want to
See?
point it out, yes.
He's like, I
yes,
want to
that's-
see y'all
That's
battle.
correct.
Brothers and sisters, here in America, the black man can never had the
Oh, listen. No, let's keep it real. I
You
can.
know
I
what's-
can go head to head with
Look,
Chris too.
You know what's crazy
Let's
though,
keep
right?
it real.
Is that's one job that you gotta also get is what I just did right now, and I just instigated some shit.
Yeah, he sure did.
know he does.
He does it well.
Yeah,
does it
that's
well.
part of my job, man.
I can do it too.
Yeah, because logically speaking,
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. I think we're gonna have to start doing that.
I like that. Put on that. Put that shit on the shirt. Logically speaking, that's good for a fucking show, yo.
We can
that's
do
not
that.
a
I'm
bad
down with
name
that.
for a show.
Logically
Right.
speaking,
Hell
yo.
yeah.
That's
and,
dope.
and everything has to be worded in a certain way where it's mysterious and legal all at the same
Right,
time.
right,
Logically speaking,
right. That's crazy. That's pretty fire.
And we
yo.
could talk like the guy that used to do the commercial for the red eyes for dry. Red
Clear
eyes.
Let
That
us
should
know.
have been dull
Let
as
us know
fuck.
if y'all want us to switch seats and
today
switch
on
hats a
logically
couple times
speaking,
here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, do that again.
today on logically speaking,
Oh my
we
god.
are
That's-
going to cover the basis between Planet X and Planet Ceres. So follow me as we travel through the galaxy.
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
That's crazy. That really sounds
Logically
like some
speaking.
professional shit, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yo, facts.
Logically speaking, nigga.
And that very monotone, like, yeah.
Real close to the mic and shit.
Yo, you know
So,
what? That would actually
say
probably be a
that-
good show, like a BDSM. You know how they do those like soft tone shows to keep people very calm, no excitement. You know, because you're so just fragile.
We just gotta make sure that Rahzel stay that low tone and be like, nah, cause you know what though, man? Nah,
I know,
fuck
right?
that.
He will break the
Today
sound
in
box.
news. No, if I was just like doing it,
Yeah.
today in the news, we have to discuss what happened over in Japan. What was known to me was that, according to news and media, these guys are eating a lot more noodles
Yo.
than
Do me a
normally.
favor. Do me a favor. In between each thing that you say, can you go?
Okay, welcome to today's episode of Logically Speaking. So today, yeah, I can't do all that.
Yo,
Y'all about
he
to
sound
have me
like-
like,
Yo, he sound like Darth Vader. I ain't gonna front. He sound like
Nah, that's
Luke,
crazy.
I am your father.
but yeah, let's get into the
I
truth
am
be told. Y'all ready?
All right, yeah. So this truth be told story. Yo, we went way off
Yeah,
track.
yeah,
Holy
yeah, yeah.
shit.
Nah, that's all good. That's what we do, man. Barbershop talk. That's what we do. That's what we do. So
That's
yeah,
that
it was a
weed broke
3-year-old that was I'm gonna let Rahzel explain the story a little better, but a short story. 3-year-old shot a police officer in the face from what they're saying allegedly in
Well,
these stories at a Walmart.
Well, what happened was they said that some lady that went
Allegedly.
or department allegedly went to a store, bought a TV for her apartment, a few more items, went to the cashier, paid them, put the stuff into the cart, grabbed her child up, boom, and exited the store. On the way out the store, she met, I believe it was Trevor. Now, Trevor wanted to see her receipt. Uh, upon once, upon the time where she could not produce it, she looked in her pockets, pocketbook, everything, couldn't find it. They then went to the cashier that they purchased, or that she said that she purchased the items at. The cashier agreed that they was there, that she purchased the items, and the lady commenced to keep on going out to her car to load her car up. As she's in the parking lot loading her car, Trevor calls the police and explains that he was assaulted and that she stole the TV. So this police officer, I didn't get her name, uh, they rushed over to the scene and told the lady, "Hey, freeze! Let me see your hands." And then a scuffle ensued, right? And in the midst of the police officer started choking out the mother. Now, watching the whole situation was a 60-year-old daughter who knew where the family gun was placed at inside of the car.
So she was 6 and not 3.
Yeah, 6.
Okay.
6.
Okay.
I heard she was 6. They
Yeah, 'cause
said
the 3-year-old.
another
the 3-year-old, I don't know, could fire a gun. Shit.
Yeah, there was a few things. They said 3, then some people said 6, and some people said 10.
I heard she was 6.
But I did hear 6 from a lot of the comments.
Yeah, I heard she was 6. They said that she was 6 years old. She watched her mother being choked out by the cop. So she went to the glove, whatever, grabbed the gun, jumped outside, and pointed at the cop and told the cop to stop. The cop then, they said, turned around, noticed the little girl with the handgun, and then reached for her sidearm. And when she reached for her weapon, the little girl shot and hit her like right in her eye, whatever, killing her instantly. I don't know. But if it's true, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is a crazy story. Yeah, when you first said that to me, I was like, "Yo, is that real?" And you were like, "It was not confirmed." So, yeah, again, the way the story goes, there's no other way to tell it. Like that's a crazy ass story. Like woman getting choked out at Walmart after purchasing the TV. After the TV was like confirmed by the cashier that it was already purchased, the kid still called the police. The police choked her out to the point where the lady was unconscious, right?
Yeah.
Like she,
Unconscious.
yeah, she was completely unconscious. Like she was about ready to kill her, basically. And what they're stating is the little girl saved their mother's life, and the mother and the little girl were not charged. Right? They got off.
Right.
So that's police admitting fault in a situation. Now I don't know how that spins. That's why I have a hard time believing it's a real story, because since when did the police admit real faults or anything?
Well, she had prior incidents, charges against her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she had been a problem.
That's if this is a real person, correct?
And this is a real story. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out DJ Aries. He said, "What up, fellas?"
Hey, what up?
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, that story's crazy, yo. That's a real story. This world is going down, bro.
This world's been going
That's
down
what I'm saying.
for a long time.
Yeah.
It's been a
We
long
might be
time
at the end of the
coming.
road, guys. Possible.
Facts.
Very possible.
You don't know, because some of you voted for me, and I'm here to change the world, gonna kill everybody and murder everybody. I'm the big Trumpster. I'm here. Yeah, the world's been crazy, bro. And now that we look at this nigga, ooh, wait, boy. It's the end.
It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge,
Like that. I promise you.
and I'm gonna make them pay for it.
shall pay for it. All the odds and ends. Bring all the trinkets, all the toppings. Don't worry about it. We'll be eating dogs.
MAGA.
We'll be eating black people, like back in the days. But they're like no black. Yes.
This is like the biggest problem with our species, though, is we like to complain, but we do nothing about it.
Yo, I think I've been saying this forever, yo. I think everybody. Now I'm gonna say this on my show, our show. Uh, I think that we all feel this way. I can be speaking for myself. I think I will speak for myself, so that way I don't incriminate nobody else. I think blacks, brown, tan, yellow, red, and even pasty gray and some whites.
The pasty gray.
Yeah, all need to motherfucking unite, man, and fight this government because they got some plans for all of us. It ain't just one or two of us, yo. They got plans for all of us. If you've been a noise maker, you know what I'm saying? If you've been known to pick up dust, oh, believe me when I tell you, they got somewhere for you to go, bro. And they can't wait to send you. These niggas is on some new shit. They on some new shit, yo. And it's gonna affect everybody. Believe me when I tell you. Y'all keep fucking around like it's a joke if you want to. You gonna see. I'm out.
Facts. How you feeling, Yako?
I agree with him 110% on everything except them breaking even.
Oh shit, he just brought it
There
back.
we
I
go.
think he's preparing for this
Yeah.
moderator job. That
Yeah,
was
it's-
But
some
other
good
than
instigator right there. That was some good
that was good.
instigation.
And I'm not gonna give it to him because
no,
the
but
whole
yo, I keep it real. Everything you said was accurate, though. Everything you said is 110%. It's in the books. They give us the game plan. They tell you what they're going to do. And like I said, the only reason why they get away with it is because we do nothing. You can't forget though that it you know, from my perspective, it goes deeper than just the government. Even the government is just a puppet to some extent.
yeah.
The people really controlling things, let's keep it real, there's not a single person in power who doesn't stay in the shadows. That's where the real
Aries said they
power
can't
is.
hear spills.
Oh no.
Can you hear them now? I hope
Can
so.
you hear him now? Can you hear me now?
Oh man, that's crazy, bro.
I wonder how long the episode been going on like that. I
Right.
thought
I
everybody
was
else was commenting.
Jules.
Right, so they can't even tell if you won the battle or not in the class in session.
Right. Well, we all know. So whatever.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm
won.
saying? So basically, you agree with everything, but except for the wash part.
Correct.
All right, I'm just saying, you know.
I'll bring that up again, huh?
No, you did it already. You're definitely preparing for maybe next week. You're gonna have to be the moderator.
Maybe.
Seems
Does
like you're
that mean I
preparing
have to
for
come
it.
up with the topics too?
Yeah.
Yeah, yep,
Oh,
definitely. That's definitely the job of the moderator.
all right.
Might
I
even have
guess
to
I
edit
can
the
do
video
that.
too. No,
Facts.
no, whatever. I won't go that far on you.
I gotta get that
Pause.
laptop running, man. I tell you what, I can edit some stuff.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll
But
get it
yeah,
running. I'll see what I'll do.
so yeah, we finally had a class in session after what 4 episodes of not having one. Um, you know,
Because it wasn't a walk.
yeah, I was gonna pan the camera on Rahzel real quick right now, but
Nah, fund the camera, fund the man.
yeah, he's like, I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm on that broquito and that herbals.
I'm just relaxed, bro.
Yeah,
Nothing to say.
no, it's just
He
funny.
got so
Every
excited over his gift that he lost all his energy.
no, it's just
Nah,
every time
relax.
that happens, I'll be thinking about that shit I showed you guys, where they that I don't want to say the name of the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Remember they were like, oh, pin it over. Look at. I'm not asleep.
That's why I feel like panning it over to Rahzel. What? Huh? Go, go right ahead, nigga. I'm listening.
I
I'm
ain't sleep.
sitting there with my head up.
He'll fuck around, pop his head up, and start speaking some agenda shit
Yeah,
to y'all
all
niggas. Mad
Yo,
quick.
and I've seen him do it. It's fucking
Facts.
great.
Nigga.
That's
I'm
facts.
just, got my head on this shit. I'm relaxed.
But I'll tell you this though.
Just so
If-
y'all
if-
know,
if-
don't come
if
around
he's-
talking shit when he's sleeping. Like when he look like he's sleeping. 'cause-
Right. But if he's phased out enough and what you talk about really don't matter to him to even comment on, he will not make an effort to comment. He'll just leave you to your devices. He don't give a damn.
I want you to think that I'm where I'm not where I'm at. 'Cause then I'm where you don't want me to be.
I picked up on that. I
Yeah,
picked up
yeah,
on that. Yeah, no, I picked up on that. That's
So,
why I
guys,
watch what I say.
So just so y'all know, I'm gonna
Yeah.
let him. I'm gonna let him do that for like 5 minutes straight, and then I'm gonna bring up the topic again.
Oh, he gonna test them. He
Yeah,
gonna
you do
test
that.
them.
You do
Maybe
that.
next
gonna
episode. Maybe
test
next
them.
episode. Cause y'all, I'm not gonna lie. This shit right here, the broquito, this thing really, it do be having like, if you don't control it the right way, you're going to sleep though.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I
Then
can
it's
imagine.
the only
tough. It should be
the
right.
drug after is
Facts.
I have finished mine.
That's facts. My
Right.
cup
I
bigger
started
though.
after him. Started after him. I finished mine and smoked 2 joints.
My cup bigger though.
It's the same amount of liquor.
Maybe.
What do you mean?
Maybe.
No, maybe my ass.
And,
So
and
what-
to and to his point,
Well,
all I had was 2 joints. I
what
didn't
I
drink,
could say is
so.
I had no ice in mine, and you had a whole cup full of ice.
It
Oh, he
matter.
said you watered yours down on the rocks.
There's no way in hell.
Yo, I'm pretty good at this, huh?
yeah. I
Shit.
think he's gonna be the next moderator. I think.
Yeah, I'm
Moderator
instigate the
slash
fuck
instigator.
out of some shit. We about to have ourselves a fucking hold down showdown up in here.
Roman Christopher with the merch.
That's it.
Oh shit!
Yo, we got Roman Christopher with the merch over here.
Now I gotta guzzle this just for y'all.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
shit.
Because he
Like,
said that.
halfway through, talking some shit. I'm on my shit. I said, gone.
I'm almost there, yo. That's like
Gone.
I only got a
I'm
quarter
almost
left.
there, ladies and gentlemen. I love that kid.
All right, now.
I got a quarter left.
So where
I
we
got-
going with this? How we looking on topics? We touched on everything, right?
We got a topic right
Yeah.
here.
I'm done. We done.
I'm done. We done.
Done.
We got a
Hey,
topic
he
right here.
done.
No,
He done and he done. So
done,
I'm
nah.
done.
I ain't done.
We
He
done. No, you done too.
You ain't done.
You
No, I'm done.
I'm done. No, he
Let
done.
me get some ice. I need some ice. This shit hot.
See what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen?
I
This
don't
nigga
know. Everybody's done.
He just held on to it like a newborn baby.
Oh,
show.
actually, wait, no, because I did have some rum cake.
You got some rum cake. That was yesterday, ladies and
Well, no,
gentlemen.
I ate it right before I drank this. Yeah, like I ate that and then I started
Why
drinking
would
this.
they use that as an excuse?
Yeah,
How was that?
it was
All
fire. I ain't
right.
gonna lie. I appreciate
Yeah, I'm not
you.
gonna front. Thanks for the cake too. It was,
Yeah,
it was good. Thank you.
Definitely, bro. That shit was
Appreciate
fire.
you.
I appreciate you for
I
giving me
ain't
that.
tried to cake that. I ain't tried it yet. It was good.
I haven't tried
Yeah.
the chocolate one either. I ate the
Well,
rum cake
I
only.
I couldn't eat the chocolate cake, so I gave it to my girl, but she fucked it up.
Good. Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that rum cake was fire though. Yeah.
Good.
And you said freshly made yourselves, right?
Good.
Hell yeah, that joint was fire. It went down. I definitely enjoyed that shit. I ate it mad slow. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, yeah, I gotta savor this. I might not ever get a rum cake ever again after this.
For real, me too, yo.
Yeah.
What I've been doing, I ain't doing this morning, but I'm definitely gonna do it tomorrow morning. Especially if it's like some snow on the ground.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I got a weird sleep program and shit. I'd be up at like 3, 4 in the morning and don't be going to work. You be up. So tomorrow morning around tonight around like 4 in the morning, have a nice slice of that shit with a cup of coffee.
Hell yeah.
And a joint at like 4 in the morning. What?
That's dope. See, when y'all be saying that, like joint, I'd be like, damn, that sounds good, yo. I wish I could just wake up and smoke me a J.
That shit. A piece of rum cake, a cup of coffee, and a joint at like 4 in the morning.
That's a full course meal right there.
While looking out the window at all the snowflakes.
Facts.
That sounds like a real quiet ass day.
Real
I
quiet.
could fuck with that. Like I could get behind
Just
that.
watch the sun come up while you.
But then
eating.
these assholes come by with the fucking plows.
Yeah.
Fucking up all the quiet. Just
Yeah, you're right, because If not, I'll probably do a podcast at 4 in the morning. But
Right.
they'll be coming through on the plows. You're right.
Making
Yeah,
loud ass noise and not even doing shit.
it's
Should be
bugged
still
out.
messed up.
Yo,
I used
and you know what's crazy? They can wait till 6.
Right. I sit there and wait usually, and then it's TikTok. I TikTok and shit.
Oh,
I left them coffee in the joint. That rum cake tomorrow morning. We'll do that joint is gonna be different.
So Erie said, nah, he can't hear you, but he can hear me and Yaiko loud and clear. He said your voice sounds like it's in the background far.
Wow. All right. Well,
Right. Yeah, right there sounds good. It
but
sounds
we had a problem earlier. Yeah, there's been lagging. Shit. This is one of the episodes.
yeah.
You know what? When we rotate, nigga, somebody else got to see. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Next week, maybe next week.
We gonna
Maybe
rotate.
we could do odds and even, or we could shoot some craps. For who got next?
Oh shit.
shoot some craps, huh?
Keep it hood out
Yeah.
here.
It's been a long time. I haven't played.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. What does do
We'll do it. I don't care.
what does do a
Do spades,
what does do a
Paper, rock, scissors.
domino.
do that too? Paper, rock, scissors. I'm about to say we can do the tribal 3 straws. You know what I'm saying?
Or pick the shortest straw.
So the straw is then therefore the fucking
But what if I get the moderator shit again? Then nothing changes.
So then you can't play.
and then
That should just be the other
you
two people.
pick last. You pick last. If you pick it, then you get it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Person who always is the person who's the moderator holds the straws. You know what I'm saying?
So
Right.
yeah, whatever you wind up with.
Pick first.
Yeah.
If you don't pick it, then they're not it.
I'm with that.
We got it.
Or we could all bang out right now on paper, rocks, and scissors in front of everybody live and see who's the next moderator.
I'm gonna win that shit. That's not fair.
We'll get the
You got a lot of
straws. That's
confidence.
cool. I don't
All right,
mind.
ready?
Oh, we doing
Yeah,
this?
we about to do it? About to do it live right now for the people?
Yeah.
All right, so what we doing? We doing
Alright,
pause. We going 3 ways, or we gonna do one-on-one and one-on-one?
No, we gonna rock paper scissors all the same time.
Well, hold on though.
Rock paper, all 3 of us shoot.
Well,
Whoever.
Huh?
What we all pick one?
What, like the same
No, like you pick scissors, he picks
Then
rock.
we try again. I get what you're saying. Like you pick rock, he pick scissor, and I pick paper, and then we all beat each
At
other.
that point, that should be crazy.
we
just
just- we go
that means
again.
we got the day off.
All right,
We go
Let's
again
chill.
until somebody gets eliminated. Two versus
next-
one.
next moderator, which is a lot of shit. We gotta pick the topics and instigate the bullshit. I'm with it. I'm with that all day. All right. So y'all ready?
So are we playing for the loser to be the moderator? Or
Yeah.
for the
So the
winner
first
to be the
first
moderator?
person to lose
All right,
2
so-
versus 1 is the moderator.
All right, so the winner's the moderator.
The winner is the moderator. But not
No, the winners.
moderator. He can just pick the topics and say what it's about, and then sit back and just
You see why I asked that question? That was it's just all about how you look at it.
he winning. He winning.
Okay.
If you have
I feel
good,
like such a winner now.
if you have good
All I'm
opinions,
saying is, if we play rock paper scissors,
if we have good opinions, the niggas ain't gonna motherfucking want to watch.
Okay.
All right, so,
All right, so the winner is the moderator. Let's do it.
Yeah.
This is for y'all, man. Live. We're doing paper, rock, scissors 3 ways for the next moderator for next week. Tune in.
all right, ready?
We doing best out of 3?
Well, no, we
Straight
just
up.
go until the whoever is left
Go straight up?
eliminated. Yeah, whoever's a winner. So, rock paper scissors shoot. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, that was
both of y'all.
That was late.
I beat them both, yo. I beat them both,
He
yo.
wasn't even gonna take
I
that.
beat them both with
Saw
the
that?
rock, nigga. I beat them both with the rock, nigga.
All right, so you the moderator. Have fun.
Wait, we taking that? We taking that off?
Yeah.
Nah, I can't take it off like that.
What?
That was like 2 seconds later.
Who wanted that?
So that's the
Y'all seen it and still child scissors.
So that was a
Because
strategy.
we were waiting for you to shoot something else, but you never did. You just kept your hand out there, and it was like
I know. I thought he was going like this still.
yeah. So I'm like, are we counting that or what's
All right,
going on?
so that was a strategy. That was
All right,
a
go on.
strategy.
We ready?
If that was a strategy, we take it.
You better be
Pause.
careful shaking that fist like that. Did he
Okay,
come
ready?
around the
Oh
corner?
shit, that's crazy. We might have to hit that
Let's go,
purple
ready?
button.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
What?
You guys are off.
I thought it was 1, 2, 3 shoot.
It's 1,
So it's on
2,
4.
3. It's not 4. So that's your fault.
It's ready, set.
Go. Go.
No. I'm sorry. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yeah.
No.
You see the miscommunication here.
He's right.
Come on.
It's like I'm the moderator now.
So we're doing it on 3 or on 4?
Rock, paper, scissors, and then shoot. So we do 3, and then on the 4th one we go.
Fine. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah.
Wow.
We all won. He just said that shit too.
All right, we gotta go again. There's some bullshit. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah, I'm out. That's
Between them now. That's
All right, you
between
ready?
them. Sudden death.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh,
I was not
Rahzel
expecting
is
that.
the moderator and instigator.
told
Next
y'all.
week's
Fair and square
episode.
this
That's
time.
crazy.
Told y'all niggas. It
So-
will be logical.
So Margie said can't hear you clearly, and Princess Autumn said yes. Is rock paper scissors shoot.
All right, well, I won here.
He
Oh,
definitely
not
got it. He got it.
He played
the
by the
moderator.
rules and he won. We
He's-
can't front.
Yeah. He's the moderator next week. So I got a break with that, and I get to battle Yaiko. I guess if we have a topic where it.
Hold
calls
on,
for
though.
it.
Yes,
They
sir.
not hit me there, or they can't hit me there, or here.
I think the Facebook. I think
so
it's
it's
Facebook.
that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I-
Sometimes your microphone sounds like you're too far away from it.
Yeah, I know, but
Now you sound
Now it
clear
sounds
as crap.
good. Yeah.
now it sounds crack.
No, it sounds good. No.
Now it sounds good at the end of the show. All right. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. Go do what you was doing, and we gonna go do what we was doing. We love you, and we out of here.
Yes, sir.
For the record, we bought him a mic stand, so it would be in front of him. And it's still gonna be in front of him.
Yo, moderator.
That's user error.
He just put it
It's just
on
that-
like
it's just
that
that-
song.
It's just that,
Juices, yo.
just that they're happy with big fat black-headed things in front of their mouths, and I'm not. So I keep it to the side.
Oh,
No, I
No
don't.
Yo,
kidding.
you know what? He got
keep it
no
in my
pause
mouth.
on that.
I
He
keep it in my
means that.
mouth, yo. You know what I'm saying?
There's no pause on what he said. He mean every word that he don't want nothing big black with a head in front of him. That
I know. I know.
he's not false on
Bring it
that.
up.
and before we even close out, I want to say
That's
thank
funny.
you for all 234 live views in the
Yes,
comments. We
sir.
appreciate you.
Hey, appreciate you guys
Definitely.
rocking out with us. It's your boy Yaiko. Remember, like, subscribe, share, and comment below. This is A6O's Blunt Truth. We out.